Hello, my name is Jeremy Taylor. I'm your professor for the fall 2025 semester of Typography 1. This is a 15-week semester, so there's a lot of information that will be covered during this time. We're going to look at the general history and origin of letterforms, and we're going to create layouts and designs that will enhance your work as a graphic designer. This course will cover topics including the letter, word, the paragraph, hierarchy of information, the grid, and layout design. We will have projects that reinforce these topics, including a logo design, a font prototype, a book spread, a poster design, and more. It's going to be a fun semester and packed with a lot of information and a lot of projects. Let's take a closer look at the syllabus to see what's going to happen during this semester. If you look at the top here, my email is jtaylor@pvcc.edu. My Zoom office hours are Thursday between 10 and 11 a.m. You can also meet me by appointment. Course description. Typography 1 studies the history of letterforms and typefaces and examines their uses in contemporary communications media, emphasizes applications through specific design problems, and includes identification and specification of type, copy fitting, and hands-on typesetting problems. Course objectives. Introduction to Typography will attempt to develop 1. A general sensitivity to typographic form. 2. An awareness of traditions in typography and how these traditions evolved. 3. The skills for successful and controlled manipulation of the typographic page. And 4. A working methodology to effectively translate thought into printed word. Course structure. 1. All course content will be delivered twice weekly on Monday and Thursdays via Canvas. 2. For each course unit or module, there will be a Canvas announcement discussing the lesson plan bi-weekly. 3. For each unit, there will be an annotated lecture, video demonstration, and instruction on Canvas for students to watch before completing assignments. 4. Following the lecture and online demonstration, the instructor will follow up with an assignment project and handout. 5. Each student is expected to complete the course content before the next unit or module. There will be weekly deadlines for each unit. Since this class is asynchronous, it is the student's responsibility to view all course content, follow demonstrations, and complete assignments on time. This is a rigorous class, so expect to work hard and maintain contact with your professor if you're having a hard time staying on track. 6. The majority of this course will be spent working and developing portfolio projects. Each project is designed to build upon the previous project. Not keeping up with course content can hinder this particular learning process. 7. For each assignment, there will be a discussion board for an in-progress critique on Canvas, and there will also be a discussion board for final critiques on all assignments. It will be mandatory for students to comment on at least 2 to 3 works on Canvas anytime between the following class units. There will be a total of 2 discussion boards per assignment, a progress and a final. 8. Homework will be in the form of thumbnail sketches, tutorial videos, lectures, and projects. Projects will be posted in PDF format to assignment page. Sketches and photography will be submitted as JPEG. Students will not submit PSD, AI, or INDD files unless specified. 9. Students can contact me for individual meetings via Zoom, text, or email correspondence during office hours or scheduled meeting times. See my contact info above. Course requirements. Students are required to read assigned materials, watch video lectures and tutorials, complete digital and hands-on assignments, and participate in Canvas discussions. The notebook and sketchbook. Throughout the semester, students will be assigned hands-on visual projects related to lectures and demonstrations. Idea development, thumbnail sketches, and notes are to be kept in your notebook and sketchbook. I'm encouraging each student to use this space as a place to explore ideas, to experiment with concepts, and to resolve design problems. Thumbnail sketches will be submitted via JPEG and graded several times throughout the semester. Grading. 20% of your grade is your class exercises. 50% of your grade is your class projects. These are your assignments. 20% of your grade is class participation. This includes discussion boards. And 10% is your notebook, thumbnails, and quizzes. All grading and assessment will be done on Canvas. Class participation is based on each student's participation for each assignment and discussion board responses. The students are responsible for responding to online prompts and participating in modules and all online assignments. This includes exercise assignments, project assignments, videos, demonstrations, and discussion boards. Project grading is based on the student's individual creative problem-solving skills, participation, attitude, execution of assignment, craft and design, neatness in presentation, and clear understanding of concepts covered in class. A full letter grade will be deducted for every day an assignment is late. Students are largely in control of the grade they earn at the end of the semester. Decide early on what grade you're aiming for, and set expectations for yourself to make this a reality. Attendance and participation. Class attendance and participation is an integral part of a sound academic program for all classes at Piedmont Virginia Community College. For all classes, course attendance requires active participation by a student in an instructional activity related to the course after the course start date. A student who does not demonstrate active participation between the first day of classes and the last day to drop with a refund will be withdrawn from the class, and the class will be removed from the student's enrollment record. For online anytime classes, students are expected to log into Canvas regularly to complete assignments and observe the course due dates. 2 full weeks of non-participation is subject to a failing grade for this class. If a student misses a module, the student is responsible for making up any missed work. Typography 1 is a cumulative class and will require approximately 4 to 6 hours of work a week. If you miss one module of class, it can greatly affect the next project, so it's very important to stay on track. Students who do not sign into Canvas as required may be withdrawn from a course. A grade of a W will be recorded for all withdrawals completed by the last day to drop a course with a grade of a W for the semester. Students withdrawn after the withdrawal deadline will receive a grade of an F, except under mitigating circumstances, and must be documented, i.e. a doctor's note, and approved by the Vice President of Instruction and Student Services. Academic honesty policy. Students must conduct themselves in compliance with the tenets of the PVCC honor system at all times. Piedmont Virginia Community College sets high standards for academic integrity and takes academic dishonesty very seriously. The following misconduct is considered an honor offense and is subject to disciplinary action: cheating, plagiarism, knowingly furnishing false information to the college or instructors, and the forgery, alteration, or use of college documents or instruments of identification with the intent to defraud. Students are advised that a written summary of the violation and resulting penalty will be placed in the student's official college record. After 1 year of no further occurrences, the student may request that the Dean of Student Services remove the statement from the official record. Any work determined to be plagiarized will receive a grade of an F. Note: using someone else's design or using AI work will count as plagiarism. Dropping or withdrawing from a course. It is the student's responsibility to drop a course. This may be done electronically by logging into MyPVCC and accessing SIS. To receive a refund, the drop must be done by the last day to drop with a refund. To drop a course with a W grade, the drop must be done prior to the last day to withdraw a grade of a W. Please consult the PVCC academic calendar for these dates. The last day to withdraw is October 29th. Recommended text, Thinking with Type, 3rd Revised Expanded Edition. This text is not required. A digital copy of the 2nd edition is posted on Canvas. Also, I will post PDFs of the readings when I require them. Class materials, Adobe Creative Cloud, which you will have access to soon, Dropbox or Google Drive, or some way to store your data, a small 6 to 12-inch ruler, a digital camera. I would prefer it to be a higher resolution camera, so if you have a phone that is a cheaper phone that doesn't have a high resolution camera, I'm going to recommend you getting a nicer digital camera, a sketchbook, graphite pencils, micron pens or drafting pens, and possibly a separate hard drive, or if you have a hard drive on your computer to store data. Typefaces will be found at fonts.adobe.com. Once you get your Creative Cloud account, you can activate these fonts here. Netiquette and appropriateness. Netiquette is a way of defining professionalism through network communication. Meaningful and constructive dialogue is encouraged and requires willingness to listen, tolerance for different points of view, and mutual respect from all participants. The following guidelines are intended to create a productive learning atmosphere for all students in a variety of online learning environments. Avoid offensive or personally insulting language. Use clear and concise language. Proofread your posts to check correct spelling and grammar before submitting them. Avoid slang terms such as "what's up" and texting abbreviations such as "you" instead of "you." Avoid using the caps lock feature. It can be interpreted as yelling. Be cautious when using humor or sarcasm, as tone is sometimes lost in an email or discussion post, and your message might be taken seriously or sound offensive. Make posts that are concise and on topic and within the scope of the course material. Always give proper credit when referencing or quoting a source. Be sure to read all messages in a thread before replying. Don't repeat someone else's post without adding something of your own to it. Avoid short generic replies such as "I agree" or "it looks great." You should include why you agree or add to the previous point. Students who publish personally insulting or threatening posts or behave in a disruptive manner are in violation of the Student Code of Conduct. Please bring any concerns you may have to the instructor's attention. Code of Conduct. All students are expected to abide by the Code of Conduct. Students can access and download a copy of the Code of Conduct. Follow the link below. Adobe Access. During the first week of classes, IT will set up student Adobe accounts. Erin Miller, coordinator of graphic design, will email students to notify them of availability. Students will log into Adobe Creative Cloud with their MyPVCC username and password. IT Help Desk and Open Computer Lab. The Tech Services Help Desk can assist with SIS, MyPVCC login, student email, MFA issues, and basic computer problems. Email help@pvcc.edu or call 434-961-5261. Visit IT support for more information. The Tech Services Help Desk is located in the Open Computer Lab in the main building in room M832. The Open Computer Lab is available Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 p.m. Canvas support. Students have access to Canvas support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In Canvas, click on Help at the bottom of the left menu on your dashboard. There you will find information and links to Canvas phone support, live chat, guides, and a problem submission form. Canvas 24/7 student support hotline is at 877-875-8359. If you look below here, here's the week-by-week schedule. The week-by-week schedule is subject to change, as each class moves at a different pace, so we may slow down on certain topics. I want you to review the week-by-week schedule and see the trajectory of the class. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at my email at jtaylor@pvcc.edu. Again, welcome to Typography 1. I cannot wait to see what we make this semester. I'm excited to work with each and every one of you. I will see you in Canvas and meet me in Zoom during office hours, or email me if you have any questions. Take care.